Oh, that's another thing too. When you move on with your girl, she gonna start to use sex to gain compliance from you. Oh, you don't get no nookie tonight unless you take out the trash. Bro, if your girl ever has the audacity to tell you, you need to do this to get box from me, it's a wrap. She no longer respects you. She's now starting to leverage sex against you for compliance, and this is why it's so important to not live with your girl. Bro, you know what girls do when they try to tell me that? Oh, if you got to do this for, you know what I tell? Yo, get the fuck out. I turn into Leonidas. I kick girls out of my spot all the time when they do that shit. Yeah, like, bro, and the reason why, it's not because I'm like, you gotta fuck me. No, it's that I need to let her know right there and then that I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to leverage sex against me for compliance. I'm not some fucking simp. Get the fuck out of my spot. Or sometimes I'll call a girl right in front of her. I don't care, because you cannot let, bro, that is when a woman tells you that, oh, you need to go take trash out for box, or you need to do this, or you're not getting no nookie tonight. That is the ultimate form of disrespect to you as a man. It is the ultimate form of disrespect, because guess what? If someone breaks into the house, or someone smacks her ass, or you're at a club, whatever, you ain't gonna look at her and be like, you know what? You're not getting no protection tonight, love. You know what? I don't feel like it.
I don't feel like it.
No, that's fucking bullshit. As a man, your job is to protect your girl and provide for your girl and do all this other shit. You had to adhere to your roles at all times, because if you don't, guess what happens? Your girl breaks up with you, because I promise you, if she's at a club and some dude harasses her and you don't protect her, she's gonna leave your ass.
You should never let a woman use sex as leverage. The one thing that women love to do when it comes to relationships, dating, or marriage is that use sex as leverage. Most of the time, yes, men want sex. Women are starting to realize that. So what do? They make you do all this stuff just to get sex, and they try to hold it out as long as possible, because they know once they give you the sex, there's not really much else they bring to the table. For example, if you meet a girl, if you have a one night stand with her, the chances of you ghosting her are high. Why? Because the one thing you want her is sex, and after you have sex with her, you just want sex from other women too. And women are the opposite. That's why they have to be selective about who they choose, because there's 9 months of vulnerability, 9 months of anything can happen to you, okay? Women love to, when you ask them what they bring to the table, they love to say they coochie.
First of all, ladies, don't ever be scared to ask for no money.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, it's just, we're women and we got coochie, first of all.
To me, I think that's where it gets lost with a lot of women, right? And like I said, I get why they're doing that. It's a great negotiation tactic for them. It keeps the power in their hands, especially in the beginning. And then once you get in a relationship, they could try to hold that against you and withhold sex and kind of dare you to cheat. And then they can use that tactic too to get out of a relationship. Just as much as they can get in a relationship with that same tactic, they can get out of a relationship with that same tactic. Make it to where, okay, well, I'm gonna withhold sex so that you don't get sex from her, and then, well, who you gonna get it from, right? So a lot of guys might get a side chick for the time being. She tripping, but then they'll use that as a way to get out of the relationship and take all your money, right? Oh, you cheated, you got infidelity, you went out there and got another girl. Okay, well, hey, I knew you was gonna do that.
You guys do have pretty privilege, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you,
to an extent, yeah.
To an extent, I just want to ask, like, when you get a man, what do you do to keep a man? Like, why should he keep you?
Oh, why he should keep? Bro, I hate guys like.
What? Because I'm asking what you should. What do you do?
To be fair, I really be trying to keep a man. If I love him and he love me, I really be trying to keep him. Dudes be trying to be.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are y'all talking about? No, Jay, go.
Sometimes dudes be getting bored, so you gotta be a little entertaining. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Y'all gotta take vacations. Y'all gotta spoil each other. You gotta keep it interesting, because really though, that's why dudes be cheating. They be losing interest sometimes. They be getting bored and they go try to find some like new excitement. You gotta keep it exciting.
I'm sorry. I believe you when you say that. I want to get through her because she seems
what
like
are y'all talking about?
You seem like you only
burned me.
Yeah, you seem like you only bring pretty privilege to a relationship.
True.
Like,
that's not
so
true.
if outside of your pretty privilege,
but what are you trying to say?
What do you do to keep a man? Like, why should a man choose you outside of your looks? Why should a man choose you?
Yeah, like, what do you do?
Because you're already
No, what are you trying to say? Because a lot of guys, they don't do nothing.
Well, I just asked you about you. You already
Why? Wait. Again, women always go down to this lowest common denominator, right? You're broke. You're asking me what I bring. Why are you with a broke man? Why are you with a man that's broke or that you don't respect? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. You with a man that you don't respect. Get with a man you respect so that you can give the best you. You get with a brokey. You get with a guy you don't respect and then try to clown him. You got to clown yourself, ma. Either that or work with the man, because obviously that's the man that you can get. Work with the man and build up. That's BS, man. That's BS. And you still haven't answered the question. This is the question that basically takes all the leverage out of their hands right here. Is what do you bring to the table? That's why women don't like this question. This is the question that says guys are looking for more than just sex. So of course that takes their power right out of their hands.
I'm gonna do everything for you if I love you. Like,
but you deflecting it. Like, you're already saying, like, what? Oh, guys don't do nothing. I'm asking you, what do you do? So, besides point at the guy what he's not doing.
What he's not doing. If he's doing everything, I'm gonna do everything that needs to be done. What do you mean?
So when you say
like everything, like what do you mean?
When you say a guy don't do nothing though, like what do you mean though?
Like some guys like to say, like I'm sorry, but guys who usually say, oh, like what do you bring? What do you do for me? Like they don't be doing nothing. To be honest,
I paid the mortgage on my house, so I'm
as you should. I like that.
But you was in a relationship with them.
Hmm?
But you was in a relationship with
No, I
them?
was not in no relationship.
Why you lying? Come on.
Those would be like, can you cook and clean? But can you fix my tire? Can you or you'll pay my rent? You gonna pay my are you gonna do
that's
stuff
what I mean.
But that's a good rebuttal because guys don't know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to a relationship. That's why they may or may not ask that question. I feel like that question you talking about as far as dating.
Yeah, like you're broke, you're this, and you're asking me what I could do for you.
I feel like guys ask that question and like that's a reciprocation because women usually come to the table, come to the date talking about they demand a certain type of man, whether he gotta make a certain amount of money,
that's
he gotta do this, that, and the third.
That's not true.
So guys want to know, okay, in exchange for the money, the provision, the protection, the leadership, everything that I provide for you, what am I getting in return? And y'all can never answer the question.
Most answer like you.
You get triggered and defensive, and instead you probably gonna say I am the table.
If you're not doing nothing from you, you're not doing nothing for me.
Still not saying what you're doing.
If you're not doing nothing for me, if I do, I'm gonna do everything for you. Like
so he gotta do. He gotta do.
Is gonna get done for you.
We don't know what that means. I keep saying this to women.
Exactly. Well, what that's on you. You gotta get to know me then.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't waste a minute with you.
How do I know what you're gonna do for me then? Like what?
Yeah, see, of course, every woman wants you to get to know them now, right? But the bottom line is that costs. That's money and time. Money and time, mama. No, so a man wants to know what it is. And see, the fact that you can't answer this tells a man all he needs to know. A quality man is not going to waste time with these women. I think that's where it's going. And see, the sad part is that these other ladies, they're like, please ask me. But I can give you a better answer. At least they probably considered it, right? And to me, they're more attractive than her. Again, they're getting defensive because it's like one of those shady used car dealerships. And you bring a mechanic, and the mechanic start looking under the hood, and it could be something wrong with that vehicle, where the mechanic might notice. The salesman's not gonna like that. The salesman will prefer a potential customer that comes in. They don't have a lot of experience. They got the money, but they don't have a lot of experience in looking around a car, checking the VIN number, checking the vehicle history, and basically making an informed decision. They want to be able to highlight some of the great things about the vehicle, and then the person just buys it, and buys it at sticker price. They don't even want the person to go in, negotiate, say, hey, what about that dent? What about how many miles it's been driven? You know, they don't want anybody that's astute at that, where they could really look and pick apart and bring the price down and negotiate a better deal for themselves. They want somebody to come in, take it as is, and write it right off the lot. Don't even read the contract, sign the contract, and move on. They would prefer that. And the more a person knows, and the more questions a person asks, they get frustrated.
Because I wouldn't made it this far in a relationship.
But look, as a man, I'm coming to you, trying to communicate, ask you, like, what other than prettiness do you have? And you're like, what are you giving me?
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of guys that say that don't be having nothing. Like you're not doing nothing.
We just talking having a conversation right now.
Yeah, like, if I ask you that, what besides prettiness, what else can you offer me?
Like for me, I'm gonna offer everything. Like, what do you? I'm
gonna anybody else got
like I'm telling you, men don't care about your broken promises of saying I'm gonna give you everything. That doesn't give us anything.
That's
we don't feel secure. You know what we do? we try to, okay, you gonna give me everything? All right, give me pussy, and then you out.
That's not exactly. I'm not giving you that. Like, yo, what are you?
You said just give me everything.
Huh?
You said just give me
everything to my man. Like what? Like I gotta get to know you. For you to get to know me.
But you can't even tell me what other thing you can give
I don't know you to tell you what I could do for you. Like what the hell?
Oh, you just.
Like what are you not understanding? What are you not understanding?
Besides, tell me what else, other qualities about yourself that I need to know.
I'm my own person. Like I get my own money. Like I'm gonna do everything. I do everything for myself.
How does that benefit a relationship?
Because I'm gonna put into the relationship. Hello, you don't gotta do everything by yourself.
So why wasn't that the first thing that you
what are you talking? Because I don't know what you're trying to say. That's why.
Y'all bombarding her, bro.
Like, he
trying to let her picture herself.
But you see that got you to come to the right answer.
No, it's like what do you mean? Like what do you mean by that? Like what are you trying to say?
A man that's the man that's gonna pay your rent and buy you things that you want in your life. That's the type of answer you're looking for. Like, you're gonna bring this to the relationship. He not looking.
But I was gonna do that regardless, relationship or not.
So when we asked you, you got triggered and defensive.
Because it be bro guys saying that, like talking about what you gonna do for me.
The difference is
you don't do nothing for me.
So why you on a date with a bro guy?
Damn, I'm dumb.
The difference is you got triggered, but when we asked her that question, she was able to calmly answer the question. Like you got you instead of showing
that Henny, man.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of showing off what you could offer a man, you would have rather get defensive and triggered instead of just being like.
But you ain't tell me what you got offer me for me to tell you.
Well, I was just gonna say if you guys asked me that question, feel me? I'll just be like, I'll do everything. You want me to wash your clothes? I wash your clothes. Want me to cook some food? I don't know how to cook, but I'll learn for you. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, Jay, you're so.
You need some money back? Give me some money.
It's the thought that it's something simple.
I'm here for you.
Men want to know what are they going to get in exchange for investing my resources, time, emotions.
All right, but y'all ain't even say that. It's just like you just said what you gonna do for me. Like what you gonna do for me.
All right, but if you on a date, he's not gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. So what are you gonna do?" He might just ask you, "So what besides your prettiness do you bring?" Like, you know what I mean? He's not gonna tell you up front sometimes.
He's trying to get to know you.
And the first reply, a dude ain't gonna want to hear a goddamn attitude. What do you mean? That's not what I want to hear on the date.
So you just gotta keep it cool and you know what I mean, express yourself. That's
because if y'all was on a date and y'all asked a guy like, you know, what else besides your money or something, a guy's not gonna be like, yo, why you asking me that question? They're not gonna get defensive. They're gonna try to pitch themselves because they actually want to be with you.
I think I'm funny. I take care of the house. I hold you down. I'm
leader.
Somebody you can talk to. I'm a leader. I'll protect you. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
They're gonna pitch themselves. They're not gonna get triggered, and that's the issue that we have on these guys. Don't know what they're gonna get outside of triggerness.
Women don't realize that the quality men are asking these questions. It's the men that don't give a shit about you are ones not asking this question. The ones that don't really want to be there long term are the ones not asking this question because they don't care what you bring. They just want that box. And then you ask, why does a man only want the box when you're just dangling that cherry? Pursuing them, putting them on a pedestal. That's what it's all about. They've been doing this for a while, and guess what? Relationships have failed. At some point, it's going to have to be a different approach. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why relationships have failed, but that's part of it. That's a good part of it. But yeah, I notice more and more women using sex and intimacy as a leverage tool to pump up their perceived value in the dating marketplace. And when a woman says that she hates being asked the dreaded question of what does she bring to the table, she's probably the type that thinks her inherent value as a woman is higher than a man's inherent value. In my experience, women enjoy sex just as much as men do. She gets what she wants, and so does he, especially if she actually likes him. It's an even exchange. So what's the issue? What's happening with modern women, especially with social media and television, is the undying thirst of wanting to be spoiled and having a soft life. With this comes the strategy of seeing how much they can extract from a man for as little effort as possible. It's a fierce negotiation tactic that has allowed women to reap benefits from men for something they already want to do. If they didn't want to have sex, then why do it? Of course you enjoy it as much as men do, especially when a man knows what he's doing. So why act like you're not getting anything from it and it's just to the man's benefit? They want men to think this. They want men to chase them, and with that leverage they can get to not only act as if they have no flaws, but to be able to have a certain control in the relationship. And it used to be about commitment and making sure a man actually wanted to be with them in a long-term relationship. Now it's to extract money and attention in addition to that. And really, the man has to continue to be giving his best self while she could do whatever. Many women say that men come with bare minimum, and that's literally what a lot of these women are falling back on, especially women that think this way and use these same tactics. Sex is a bare minimum. Everybody can have it. Some are certainly better than others, but if you ask women, they all think that they're up to snuff in the bedroom, and the guy will be so lucky to have them. Meanwhile, they downplay the value of the man's ability in the bedroom. And when you think about it, this is most certainly double dipping. Now, I understand the idea of supplying the man. The issue I see is women want quality men who are valuable, who can get access to sex regularly, to subscribe to this type of thinking. And this is the type of thinking of a desperate man, thirsty men, basically. For some guys, it was cool until spoiling became a requirement, or her bare minimum. The balance is all off the rails at this point. And guys have realized it's not worth it for those types of women. And this is one reason why guys point and laugh at that wall that some of these women hit. Because you're playing all these games and you looked over all these good men, and now you're willing to come to the table and give your best self. And it might be a little bit too late. All because you wanted to be transactional with men in relationships. You made bad choices. And now that you've been passed around and passed over, you want to settle for the good man now. The average normal guy that just treats you well. But it might be a little too late, because now you got stiff competition with women just like yourself. But I really want to know how the game has got to this level. Guys have given all the leverage to women when it comes to the sexual marketplace. But I'm really interested in hearing what y'all think. Hit that comment section real brief. Bang on that like button. I really appreciate you guys' support. We steady growing. We got a lot more in store. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. And until next time, be easy. Gone.